Alright, what the fuck is good, YouTube? I hope you're having a great day. I hope the sun is shining wherever you're at. The sun is definitely shining out here. If you're a fan of Glow from Braille Skateboarding, I do have to apologize to you because I definitely stole his intro. Fuck it though. We out here. So today's video is gonna be a tattoo tour. I love how I'm making this video as if I had a bunch of fucking tattoos, like if I was blasted or some shit. I'm not. I only have 8 tattoos right now, but hey, you know what? This is a good thing, because if I was covered in tattoos, this video would be really long, and this is better, I think. That way I can update you guys when I get a new one and make a little video about it. Fun fact, these tattoos, some of them were done here in the US, some of them were done in El Salvador, so maybe you can call this an international video. You already know. Not really, but yeah. And stick with me to the end of the video to learn which hurt the least and which hurt the most, and where I would rate the rest of the tattoos on a scale of like least painful to most painful. Let's get on to it. So my first tattoo was this one right here. I got it at Orange County, and it's a matching tattoo with my first like long-term girlfriend. We were together for like 4 to 5 years or so. We always knew that we wanted to get a tattoo. We just didn't really know what we were gonna get, and toward the end of our relationship I decided, hey, let's get a matching one, you know, to remember this shit, because 4 years, 5 years, that's a long time, you know. And the little symbol in the middle, it turns out it means self-love, right there in the negative space. So I kind of like that. Just like a fire, self-love is something that you have to keep feeding throughout time. I really felt that both of us were in need of like self-love during that time, because it was a very codependent relationship. You could tell neither of us were very happy in it, but it was hard to get out of the relationship. So that kind of told me that we needed to do work on ourselves before entering something else, which is why 2 weeks later she got into another relationship with another dude named Caesar. But that's a story for another day. On to the next tattoo. Second one is a tattoo of some turtles. It's 2 turtles. One of them is giving the other one a shell. I have to describe it because I do not have it anymore. It has been covered up. I'll put a picture of it here or somewhere on the screen so that you can actually see it. The cool thing about this tattoo is that it like kind of was open to interpretation quite a bit. Like my sister was, when she saw it, she was like, so is one of the turtles stealing the other turtle's shell? Is this like theft going on? Or my dad, he was like, oh, like it looks like the turtle that's giving the shell is like a father figure, and it, you know, making a sacrifice so that the other one can like get ahead. Yeah, I think I talked to someone who was like, so is one turtle undressing the other one? Is that what's going on? And like, no, that's definitely not what's going on either. But if that's your interpretation, then that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. I like artwork that is open to interpretation. That's why I think music is so sick. The message that I intended with that tattoo was, do not give something if you don't have the ability to give it. A turtle that has no shell, as you can see, now is defenseless. If a shark comes in and wants to attack this turtle, that turtle will die, just so that it made sure that the other one was protected. And to me, that's not a way to live life, bro. You need to worry about yourself first. Doesn't matter if that's your kid, doesn't matter if that's your significant other. You come first, always. But I guess it wasn't the most clear, and instead of like editing it and shit, I got tired of people asking me, so instead I covered it up, because I realized I could put something way cooler there on top of black ink. So that's a work in progress for sure. Hopefully throughout this year I can get it done, and I'll update you guys. And this would be an example of a tattoo that I did abroad. This was done in El Salvador at Pain Addiction. That's the name of the tattoo shop. Shout out to them. They do some really good work. It makes sense to talk about my blackout tattoo next. A little blackout action with some stars. This tattoo was done in Long Beach. I don't know if it's called Wrigley's Tattoo Shop or something, but the artist's name is Alex. I still have his Instagram. I can probably put it somewhere on the screen, would be cool. He actually has a t-shirt business going on, so check that out, especially if you like rock music or heavy music or shit like that. you might be into it. This tattoo actually took me 2 sessions to do, and I still think I want to go back for a third one. There's some parts that are like a little bit lighter than others, and I do think I might want to fill in some of these stars because I'm going to put white ink over it eventually. But for now, on its own, I think it looks really freaking cool. I like having a blackout tattoo. I feel like when I was growing up, that's one of the things I really wanted. I didn't dislike the turtles, I just felt like I could make something better with that space. My next tattoo is gonna be the Sphinx cat. So this was a Friday the 13th deal. I got it in Fullerton, California. I remember I had to wait in line for a while, but once I got in, that tattoo was like one and done. It was like really fast. Since it's just a bunch of lines and stuff, they got to do it pretty fast. A lot of people tell me this is their favorite tattoo of mine, and I also like it a lot. I just wish that I could see it more. Since it's like in the back, it's a bit difficult to see it. I can only see it in like a mirror, but I love that it like sticks out when I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. It like sticks out, so that's really cool. Definitely one of my favorites. So this one, the little triangles, and then the little overlapping squares. I got this because I like the idea of having some sort of like sacred geometry tattooed on me, and I think this is a cool little start to it, you know. I like that these are kind of trippy because you could look at them in 2 different perspectives, and it changes, you know, which square or which triangle is on top depending on the angle that you look at it or something like that. And so I really like that effect. I do want to develop it more and probably turn it into some sort of sacred geometry pattern, but for now it's just that. It's a work in progress. And fun fact, these 2 tattoos, as well as this one and this one, were all done in 1 session by an artist who is located in El Salvador. I'm hoping I can find his Instagram. So right now I don't recall his name. I only went to him once. He did a really cool deal where it was like, as many tattoos as you can handle, he will do within 1 hour. And I'm gonna go over the book next, because I think this is probably my favorite one that I have, just because I wasn't sure what I was gonna get the day of. That's what I kind of came up with, and I looked up a reference photo, and the artist was like, yes, we can make that happen, and it came out fucking clean, bro. Definitely a sick tattoo. And I was a little worried that I wouldn't have enough time to get it done, but he killed it, dude. He killed it. I don't know if I want to add either green or purple to it later on. And the shading is super cool. At some point when he was doing it, I thought that it was just gonna come out all black, like the cover of it, but he got down with the shading too. Honestly, overall, it's a really cool tattoo. And I like how like the hat sticks out, making it look like it comes out of the book, which I think is pretty neat. Coming to life, maybe. But yeah, let me know what color I should put on that. I would like maybe some green outlines or some purple. We'll see what's good with that. And then the last tattoo that I got within that 1 hour session was the diamond. This diamond is the album cover for one of my favorite bands, Stick to Your Guns. If you're from Orange County, you already know. Orange County hardcore, these dudes made some fucking history, and I was there to see a lot of it. I wish I was there to see more of it, but it's a cool tattoo to kind of remember those years and shit. It was really fun getting into like the hardcore scene and seeing a bunch of cool bands. I did go over all of my arm tattoos. Next, I do have 1 leg tattoo, but I have to run off to work, so I will finish recording later today. And we are now back. I am now off work, officially free for the next what, like 15 hours or so until I have to go back into work. This one is my first leg tattoo. Pretty dope. Little silly goose tattoo. It's holding a scythe. It's got hard eyes. Shit wants revenge. It's got the dogs on. Hell yeah. And so this is a matching tattoo with my good friend Moxie. We got them at LA from this one dude. His name is Your Hydra, I'm pretty sure. I'll have his Instagram handle over here so you can check out his work. Super cool dude. He's one of these people that like may look kind of intimidating, but when you meet him, he's actually super nice. He actually gave Moxie's daughter a toy to take home, like completely free. So that gives you an idea of how cool of a guy he is. A little backstory to this tattoo. Moxie just one day, she like messaged me. I don't know what I said. I know I probably said some dumb shit. And she was like, oh, LOL, silly goose. And I got all dramatic about it. I was like, please don't ever call me a silly goose ever again. Thank you very much. And like she was like, oh, that sounds like a new nickname. So it fucking became my nickname. And we sent a fucking bunch of memes back and forth about silly geese and shit. So that's how that ended up happening. This tattoo, I'm just like the Sphinx one. I like it a lot, but the problem with it is that I hardly get to see it because one, it's on my leg, and two, I'm fucking emo, so I always wear pants. So it's like kind of rare that I get to see it, but I really, really like it. Yeah, shout out Moxie. Anyways, I am going to now do the last part of this video where I rank how painful each tattoo was from least to most. Alright, so here we can see my clearly very professionally made diagram. At number 1 we have the cesar-guardado. Like I said, this one, the only thing that was painful about it was having to wait in that Friday the 13th sale line. The Stick to Your Guns Diamond, I actually did expect that one to hurt more than it did. I think it only starts hurting once you get to like this area, but as long as you don't go too close to like your wrist, those are not painful. Same with this one here, the turtles used to be right there. It definitely wasn't really painful in that area. Forearm, you're pretty clear to get tattoos and they won't really hurt as bad as other areas of your body. Next one is my poor attempt at drawing these triangles. That one, yeah, that one wasn't really painful. Another good area to get your first tattoo would be your bicep for sure. Right down the middle, I would put the slaying silly goose. That tattoo, it only hurt for a little bit, but it wasn't really super bad pain. The book, my favorite one, it wasn't really painful until it got to like right around this area. Then it started to hurt a bit, but like the rest of the tattoo wasn't bad. It was just really from here upwards, but everything else was chill. Then we have the Self-Love Flame. That tattoo hurt, one, because it was my first one, and two, because the bone is right there, like literally right there. So it's tattooed right on top of it. I mean, not right on top because it wasn't there, but it was very close to that area. And so that's a good thing to keep in mind when you get your tattoo. I think the closer it is to a bone, the more it tends to hurt, which is why I'm so confused about this tattoo here, because I don't know why the fuck when he got to like here, like when he got to these areas, it hurt like a motherfucker, dude. I don't know what it was, but it's just a placement, really. Like the inner side of your arm right here tends to hurt, or at least for me it did. Like these edges weren't so bad, these were. To the point where like he had to tell me, hey bro, like don't move or else it's gonna come out crooked. And yeah, that one hurt. And then the blackout is the most painful one. I still have to go get it done again, but shout out to Alex for putting up with my ass, because that was definitely a bit painful. He told me, he was straight up, he was like, yeah, black work kind of sucks. It tends to hurt. But fuck it. We going back and redoing this shit later on and putting white ink over it. I don't give a fuck. That is my tattoo tour officially complete. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite is. Let me know any thoughts, comments, concerns. And definitely let me know if you have any video suggestions for the future. I would be glad to make more stuff like this. And that is me and the homie Haunter signing off. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hell yeah.